Hail to the Redskin. Go, Redskin.
What's good, people? I wanted to come on tonight and talk a little bit about the Redskins 2019 opponents list. And start out with, I want to give a big shout out to Hogs Haven, who I'm actually looking at their website right now. Scroll up a little bit and show. They're part of SB Nation, if anybody knows anything about SB Nation and whatnot. But anyway, just looking at next year's opponents list, the first thing that pops off the page for me is there's 4 playoff teams next year that we have, and that's the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Bears, and the Patriots. Now, the rest of the teams are all wild cards, as in you don't know what you're going to get from year to year. Minnesota just barely missed the playoffs. Packers had some issues, fired a coach. The Bills have a young coach. Miami, seems to be issues lately in Miami. I think they're changing quarterbacks. And the Giants just were beat up and young this year and weren't very good at certain times of the year, but then surged at others. There's a sign that the Giants could be a much better team in the future. The 49ers got a couple of nice pieces. They got a really good tight end. You know, the Lions are far off now. I think the Lions are falling back into the middle of the pack, to the back of the pack. That Stafford contract maybe weighing them down a little. You never know what you can get out of the Patriots. You really don't. And the Jets, I think, will be rebounding with a rookie coach. You don't really know what you get out of that. The Bears, you can't really tell what's written with the Bears yet, what they're going to be in the playoffs this year. They could make a good run. You know, you never can tell a year ahead. I did see that. You know, one of the outcomes today, I believe it was the Atlanta game, determined that we would play Carolina. You know, so really all we can look at right now is the aways and the homes. As everybody probably saw at today's game, the home field advantage doesn't mean anything if we're not doing well. Nobody will show up. But playing at Carolina, we tend to do well in Carolina. Playing at Minnesota, that ought to be an interesting game. Playing in Green Bay, if it's late in the year, is always interesting. Playing at Buffalo, if it's late in the year, is always interesting. Hopefully we don't have to play at Miami anytime during like September where it's still hot. And the rest is pretty, normal for a scheduled year. Playing the 49ers at home. Looking at the format here, I'll let everybody take a little glance at that, but I was glad to see this season end and looking forward to next year. Now, obviously, we got months and months of preparation with a new team. Who knows what's going to happen with this one? I kind of hoped they were going to hire a new GM and perhaps hire a new president of football operations or another VP. And I guess that could still happen. And they could move Bruce Allen over. It'll kind of be like the movie Casino. I don't know if most people have probably seen Casino. But, they're trying to move Sam Rothstein over to wherever they need to move because they can't get a gaming license. So they just change his title and make him the food and beverage manager. But he still runs the casino. That's what this kind of feels like, So, no matter what title they give him, he's still going to run the football operations and the business side. So, until that's changed up, I'm not sure what we'll have. But I really do believe that the Skins may actually give Eric Schaefer the job because they're scared that he's going to go elsewhere. And that would be president of operations and then make the Smith kid the GM. But anyhow, just wanted to come on real quick, talk a little bit about this, and I want to put the link to this article in the description box, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about this further on down the road. when we know a little bit more about this, like in the summertime when we find out the schedule, I'll come back and talk more about this. But just wanted to come on and kind of point it out. This is our opponents list for next year. All right, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow with some sort of video. Probably more than likely who should stay, who should go type video. All right, y'all. Take it easy. Hail the Redskins.